Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to yet again another watch of Nordic Live commentary stream here today. And we are starting off with the second of three streams here tonight between the Ottawa Senators and the Vegas Golden Knights here tonight. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the channel for yet again another commentary here tonight. And we're doing the Senators for a first time in quite a while here as we get set for puck drop in just a couple of moments. It's a Sunday, late afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it, matchup between the Ottawa Senators and the Vegas Golden Knights. Looking forward to this one. What's up, Bomb? What's up, Habs? Absolutely Hockey. Coming off of a great game here in the 1:30 matinee between the Avalanche and the Maple Leafs. One of the better streams we've done this season. And it was a really fun game regardless, and now we get prepared and ready for this one here tonight. And celebrating Black History here tonight in Ottawa. A couple headlines here to take a look at. First off, welcome back Linus Ullmark. He is the backup tonight for Mads Søgaard, who is making his Watch with Nordic debut. Has never played in a commentary stream, is getting his first nod here tonight. You look at these two teams, Vegas 25, 13, and 12. Ottawa 23, 21, and 7. The Senators are looking to bounce back from two really bad losses against Carolina and Nashville this past week and get back into the win column. As for Vegas, they are one of the hottest teams in the NHL. They are 8-2 in their last 10. Have played some very good hockey recently as of late as we get ready for the start of the first period here. So again, in net tonight, Mads Søgaard, who had a really bad game against the Colorado Avalanche previously in Colorado a couple weeks ago. And now playing here tonight after being sent down to the American Hockey League for a bit and a half. He will be playing here tonight against Akira Schmid, who gets the nod on the other side, an .896 save percentage this season, 15, 5, and 5. So it's shaping up to be a pretty good matchup. We are so cooked. Hey, bruh. To be fair, though, it is a back-to-back for you guys, and then Vegas is very well rested. So we shall see what goes down here in this game. Anthem's going on right now. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all staying warm from all the snow. It's mostly sleet here, but sleet combined with wind can be pretty rough. So we're just going through the day here and what way to make it go faster than commentate all day. So that's pretty much what I decided to do here. And again, we'll be live later tonight for our third of three tonight between the Ducks and the Calgary Flames. So that should also be a very good game here as well. We'd like to thank you all for your support as of late. Over the last couple of weeks, it's been a great couple weeks here for the channel. I appreciate it, guys. If you are new, subscribe down below as well. And we are now in the middle of the Canadian Anthem, so we'll get started here in just a moment. From the Canadian Tire Center, you look at these two teams' live commentary records this season. The Golden Knights, this is their 18th commentary all-time. They are 10, 4, and 3. Senators in their 7th commentary, they're 4, 1, and 1 in 6 live commentary streams. So Ottawa, generally, when I live stream them, does very well, but so does Vegas. And the last time these two teams played each other, it was a 4-3 shootout win for the Senators. I actually called that game as well, all the way back at the end of November. And in that game, it was a comeback win for the Ottawa Senators. Linus Ullmark made 32 of 35 saves with a .914 save percentage. Obviously, he is not getting the start here tonight, but there's plenty of optimism here for him to return very, very soon. But tonight, It is a 5 o'clock Eastern Time matchup between the Ottawa Senators and the Vegas Golden Knights. Tonight, you take a more in-depth look at the starting goaltenders on both sides. Matt Sogard in net for the Senators. Akira Schmid in net for the Golden Knights. Live here from the nation's capital in Ottawa, the frozen river that all the people are skating on. Hopefully they're careful and the ice doesn't break beneath them. That's always been my biggest fear when you're doing that. Mitch Marner coming to a place that he knows very well, the Canadian Tire Center here in Ottawa. I expect him to probably receive some booze just because he's Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner, 12 points in his last 10 games, 3 goals, 9 assists. And has had some phenomenal hockey being played here by him over the last couple of weeks. You take a look at Mark Stone as well, who's been absolutely phenomenal. Points in 33 of 37 games. As we get ready for puck drop here in the matter of seconds. It is the second of 2 between these two teams this season. Golden Knights and Senators. And we are underway. Face-off one here by Vegas. They will attempt to dump it into the Ottawa zone. Stolen back then by Ben Hutton. Off the boards now. Senators will dump it into the Vegas zone. Now it's Caden Korzak behind the net who slides that one around down low. Played back then by Eichel. Throws it to center then. Barbashev with a backhand pass to literally nobody. Sens will pick it up. They'll try and break it back the other way. Golden Knights intercept. Barbashev will dump it into the Ottawa zone. Picking it up then down low is Jake Sanderson, who had a goal when these two teams played each other last back in late November. Down low now in the zone, trying to play that puck in the corner, trying to feed it up to the point they get there successfully. Now cleared back down low behind the net, racing for it with speed is Ridley Gregg, trying to get that puck free down low in the corner, battling alongside Dylan Cousins. Banked off the boards now. Barbashev will get that one out to center. Intercepted then by the Sens, who will gain the blue line then and try and dump it down low. Now Brady Tkachuk on the right boards here, trying to get that puck free. We'll throw it up to the point. Pass to center is denied. Now Tkachuk slides it down low behind the net. Brady Tkachuk trying to get a centering pass there. Pass to center. A shot. Saved by Schmid. And the puck is cleared back to the right side. Another chance. Puck slides in. And a glove save. Is that Aiden Hill? Did NHL.com lie to me? Is Aiden Hill in net? Oh my gosh. Aiden Hill's in net. Are you serious right now? NHL Network lying to me. Sorry about that, guys. NHL Network said on their panel that it would be Akira Schmid in net tonight, but nope, it's Aiden Hill. So my apologies for that, guys. Got to update that here real quick. Hard to tell with these Senators jerseys on what their numbers are. We'll see how I do here for the rest of this. Apologies, guys. I could have sworn I saw on the NHL.com app that it was Schmid in net and not Aiden Hill. But Hill is in here. Here's a breakaway, though. It's Marner into the zone. Marner, a backhand poke checked by Sogard. Delayed penalty here against the Senators. And a penalty shot for Mitch Marner. What? Penalty shot here for Mitch Marner as he was interfered with and could not get the shot on. And yeah, gets the stick in there on Mitch Marner's glove, and Marner will get the 5th penalty shot in Watch with Nordic history. No player has scored a penalty shot goal in a live commentary stream. Here's Marner moving into center, stick handling the puck, and shoots it just high and wide. Not a great attempt there from Mitch Marner on that P shot. So we go through the 5th penalty shot in Watch with Nordic history. With no goals being scored on him. And yeah, Marner kind of just ran out of room, honestly. I think he didn't realize how much room he had. He shot it way too high there on Sogard and could not get a legitimate chance on net. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. I thought it said Schmid, but it was Hill in net. I apologize for that, but regardless, we move on. We all make mistakes. Theodora's shot saved by Sogard. Sogard 11-11-3 in his career with an .875 save percentage. Down low now behind the net. Sens get it back off the boards. Trying to take it back the other way is Batherson. Banked it into the Vegas zone. Now Claude Giroux battling for it down low. Picked up then by Riley Smith. Smith intercepted by Stutzel. Back at the point then into the zone. Giroux loops it back around. Will send it up to the point now. Dump back down low into the corner. Batherson then will throw a puck to the right side. Clevin at the point fires it on. It's blocked. Taken back then by Jeremy Lazone and thrown back to center. Here's Bowman trying to send a centering pass. And it's intercepted then by Ottawa, who will dump it into the Vegas zone. Senators coming off of a 4-1 loss yesterday to the Carolina Hurricanes. Vegas well rested after a back-to-back against Boston and Toronto this past week. They split the series between the two. Cleared all the way down low then into the Las Vegas zone. It's Korzak battling for it then with Fabian Zetterlund. Zetterlund behind the net, poke checked away by Lazinski, thrown back to center. Senators trying to keep that one in. Zetterlund over then, poke checked all the way back to center, and now Ottawa will be forced to regroup here in their own end. Holding that puck then is Nick Jensen. Jensen drops a pass back. It's tipped back into the Vegas zone. Now down low, Aiden Hill tries to play the puck. Hannafin cleared to center. Sens try and get it back. It's dumped all the way back down low into the Vegas zone. Hill to Hannafin. Back off the boards then. It's Mark Stone, who will move it through center. Had 2 goals against Toronto, 3 points. He's been absolutely a beast, especially when we live stream him. Thrown to center now. Senators trying to break it back the other way. It's chipped into the zone then by Halliday. Down low now out of his net. Hill will play that puck back to Eichel. Eichel, pass up into the zone. Barbashev with some room. Ivan Barbashev, pass in front. And Eichel could not get that puck back. Senators break it the other way. Cousins, thrown up to Halliday. Halliday will move to center. Looking for options now, trying to bring that down low. Cleared around now behind the net. Fed up to the point then, down low, Pinto. Shane Pinto trying to move that puck, fumbled pass. Golden Knights get it back. Here they come either way. 3-on-2 for Vegas. Eichel into the zone. Pass over, blocked. And now Brady Tkachuk will take it the other way. Tkachuk through center. 2-on-2. Gray comes into the zone. Tkachuk a shot. Save by Hill. What a stop by Aiden Hill. That's his best save of the game so far. Nice little backdoor play there by Ridley Gregg to get that one on there to Tkachuk. This is our first time streaming the Ottawa Senators since late November. It's been quite a little bit here for Ottawa to get into a commentary stream. Got to pull up the numbers here because it's a little bit confusing with Ottawa with their jerseys. Kind of hard to tell who's who, I'm going to be honest. Little under 5 minutes gone in this first period. Shots are 3-1 in favor of Ottawa. Face-off won here by the Senators. Face-off is blown dead. Highlighting Aiden Hill has 99 career wins in his short NHL career. Looking for career win number 100 tonight. Got number 99 against Toronto on Friday, playing in his 11th commentary stream. Face-off won here by the Senators at the point now. Dumped further down low into the zone by Clevin. Down low through center now, it's Dorofeev. Broken up then by Hurdle, who's knocked off the puck. Trying to dump it the other way, and out to center is Ottawa. Vegas gets it right back. They go offside, so Ottawa takes it the other way. Here's Giroux. Giroux to Batherson, a shot. Goes wide of Hill. Down low now behind the net. Batherson trying to feed a pass to center. Here's Hurdle now moving it down the right side. Hurdle off the boards then to Dorofeev. It's intercepted quickly by the Sens, who will bank it into the zone. Now Ben Hutton battling for it then with Tkachuk. Korzak to Tkachuk. Blocked by Marner on the pass. Mitch Marner breaks it through center then. Back to Ben Hutton in the neutral zone, who will dump that one down low for Bowman, who gets knocked off the puck and taken back then by Artem Zub. And the Sens will break it down the other way. Cousins into the zone, drops it back. Shot back down further. And behind the net, Cousins, wraparound chance. Puck's in the crease, and it stays out. Cousins feeds it up to the point. Back to Zub, a shot. And save, rebounds in the crease as well. Stays out. How did that stay out? The puck is in the net. The referee is waving no goal. And you hear relentless boos here from the Ottawa crowd. How on earth did that puck stay out? Are you serious? And let's see the replay here. They may try and challenge this for goalie interference. And yeah, they're saying there's no goal on the play due to goalie interference. The puck was in the net. I couldn't tell from my angle that it did cross the goal line. But yeah, Hill was interfered with. I feel like that's fair. So now we'll keep on with this game as Vegas kind of gets bailed out there a little bit. But Ottawa, regardless of that, still playing well. About 14 minutes to go here in the first period. Shots are 4-0 in favor of the Sens. Golden Knights have yet to register a shot. Face-off coming here now outside of the Vegas zone. It's won back by the Golden Knights. Here's Lazone. Pass back and backhanded into the Ottawa end. Now down low here with the puck cleared around now behind the net. Picked up easily. Intercepted by the Knights. Bowman into the zone. Shoots it wide of Sogard. Here's Shea Theodore now. Dumps it down low. Picked back up then at the point. Sissons over then a shot. And that one deflects in the air back down low. Bowman gets it back for Vegas. Lazone, point shot is blocked as well. Down low now, Lazinski trying to get that one free. Lazinski alongside Holtz. At the point now, Lazone. Back over then, Theodore. A shot is blocked there as well. Ottawa will get it out to center. Here's a 2-on-2 the other way. Into the zone. Pass back to Zetterlund. Can't get it there. And now they'll battle for it down low in the corner. Theodore. Off the boards then, Lazinski. Cleared back up to the point. Sens keep it in. Pass back. A shot. Saved by Hill through the traffic. And the Senators with some energy here on the second half of this back-to-back. 13-18 left to go in the first period. Scoreless here in Ottawa. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. We haven't done the Senators in a while, so I'm not expecting for it to be that crazy of a stream. But we got to do all 32 teams here on the commentary. It's been 2 months tomorrow since the last time we did the Sens, so I figured we were due. Thought about doing Pittsburgh also, but we'll do Pittsburgh here in February. I got 2 Pittsburgh streams coming up. So that's a team we haven't done in a little bit. Also Winnipeg as well. We got a commentary for them in February. Oh my gosh. Still in commercial break here. We'll be live later tonight for Ducks and Flames. That'll be the second game here in our 3-game triple header. Out of commercial break here. Senators definitely missing Linus Ullmark for sure. He is returning to the lineup tonight here after missing the last batch of games. Took a step away. Ullmark has struggled. Hopefully, in light of that, he will come back here in this second half of the season and play a lot better. Face-off won by the Sens, tipped by a stick in front of a Zub shot. Now Pinto tried to throw it to center, stolen back then by the Knights. Eichel trying to bring it through the zone, kept in then by the Sens. Down low here now in the corner, battling for that puck. Cleared over then, Barbashev to center, kept in though by Zub. Dumped here in the corner now, off the boards. Behind the net then, thrown to center. And it was Amadio that could not convert on that play. There's Rasmus Andersson, who dumps it into the zone, had an assist on Friday against the Maple Leafs. Banked out to center. Ottawa brings it through the zone. Coming in then, drop back Amadio. will just dump it in, doesn't like his options, and Hill will give it back to Theodore as the Senators get a line change off. Now rushing the other way, Lazone will dump it into the Ottawa zone. Behind the net then, Jensen could not get that puck in time. Down low here in the corner, it's the likes of Batherson getting knocked off that puck. It's cleared to center. Marner over there then for Theodore. Back to Jeremy Lazone. Lazone to Dorofeev. Dorofeev trying to flick that one through center here in the neutral zone. Theodore passes blocked. It's cleared all the way back into the Vegas zone. Theodore over there for Claude Giroux. Giroux to the point. Dumped around now behind the net. Theodore off the boards. Vegas gets it back. Hurdle to Marner. Marner will flick that one in down low. Picking it up then is Thomas Chabot. Banks it on the right side then. Now Chabot will flick it to center. Golden Knights get it back. Marner gains the zone. Drops it back to Anderson. Anderson to Hanifin. A shot in on Sogard, who I believe made the save. Puck still in the crease. Cleared back out to the right side. But still in the neutral zone here. Marner battling for it. Taken back then by Greg. Played down low then. Cleared to center. Cousins to Greg. Back to Cousins. Cousins, a shot off the post. He almost had Hill beat had he had a little bit more room. Here's Ronsberg back to Smith. Puck is dumped all the way back into the Ottawa zone. We got about 9 minutes through the first period. Still scoreless hockey game. Through center now. Sens bring it through. It's Cousins. Down the right side. Drops it back, or at least tries to. Cousins to the point of shot. Blocked in front. Now down low here is Halliday battling for it. Halliday with two Golden Knights players on him. Now Zetterlund gets it. Down low. Pass in front. It goes in! Fabian Zetterlund from behind the net. Are you kidding me? Sens lead 1-0. And we'll see how this play transpires, but Fabian Zetterlund was behind the net. I think it might have went off a Vegas skate. Oh my God, that's the flukiest goal I've ever seen in my life. Zetterlund down low. Throws it in front, off a skate, off of Hill, and into the net. Wow. Fabian Zetterlund gets the Senators on the board. His 12th goal of the year, and Ottawa leads 1-0 here in Ottawa. Wow. Shots are 5-1 here in favor of Ottawa. It's Fabian Zetterlund's 12th of the year, assisted by Stephen Halliday. Senators are 15-4-3 when they score first. Golden Knights here at the point. Theodore pass out to center. Racing for it now as it slides into the Vegas zone as Batherson. Hill will play it around now to Lazone, who will clear it all the way down the other way. Now Tyler Clevin here behind the Ottawa net. Back up to Jordan Spence. Down low now, Lazone battling forward here in the corner. Trying to get that one free is Tanner Lazinski. Puck is still tied up down low in the corner. Lazone and Spence holding it against the boards. We just crossed over the halfway mark of this first period. Senators lead the Golden Knights 1-0. And finally they blow the whistle as the puck just could not come free. And you see that sometimes. Fabian Zetterlund was acquired by the Senators back at last year's trade deadline. And he has a goal here tonight. Sens lead 1-0. As always, thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well for helping out with the engagement. Brings more people into the commentary. Oh my goodness. Again, as I said, we'll be live later tonight for Flames and Ducks. It'll be Dustin Wolf versus Lucas Dostal, unless if NHL.com's lying to me. That's the first time, though, that they've had a lineup prediction wrong. They said Reimer this morning for Ottawa, and I was like, they're going to go Reimer back-to-back? But nope. So back to commercial break here. Senators lead 1-0. In terms of commentary points for Zetterlund, that is his first goal and point. Same for Halliday. So 2 new players adding to the all-time Watch with Nordic history. 2 of them neither registering points in live commentaries until now. Ottawa's leading scorers in live commentaries are Tim Stützle, Claude Giroux, and Jake Sanderson, all tied with 6 points. Again, we haven't done things with the Senators that much. Ullmark all smiles there on the bench in his first game back with the Senators. Face-off here in the Ottawa zone, won by the Sens. Cousins banks it all the way out to center. It'll go back into the Golden Knights' end for an icing. Or no, they're not waving icing. Saw them put the hand up. Okay. Here's Anderson then back over for Hanifin. Through the zone now. Dorofeev breaks it in. Shoots it. Goes above Sogard. Down low here now, Cousins over then for Tkachuk. Hurdle, battling for it down low. Hurdle back over then for Nick Jensen, sold back by Dorofeev. Dorofeev waits at the point. Pass back, Anderson comes in, looks, pass in front, and they can't convert on the play. Down low now, Tkachuk. Off the boards to Cousins. Cousins plays it back then to Greg, who will dump it all the way down into the Golden Knights zone, and now Vegas will be forced to regroup as Ottawa gets a line change. And I mean, sometimes you see this. A team who is on a back-to-back may actually tend to be more rested. It's not an uncommon thing. Pinto into the zone, circles back around at the point. Shot goes wide. Sometimes when you take a couple days off, and in cases of Vegas, you only took a day off in between, but sometimes you're more prepared, your legs feel a lot loosened. Down low now, Greg, a backhand goes wide. I'm speaking from player experience, from guys that I've talked to in the Reading Royals. Here come the Golden Knights the other way. It's Barbashev through the zone. Circles back around. Down low now, Stone, thrown back to center. Intercepted there and backhanded out into the Golden Knights zone once again. Less than 8 minutes to go in the first period. Eichel dumps it down low. Played back then by Tyler Clevin behind the Ottawa net. Clevin then for Giroux. Giroux. Pass up then for Batherson. Racing forward with speed as Tim Stützle. Battling for it down low with Theodore. Played around then behind the net. Lazone battling forward with Giroux. Off the boards. Vegas gets it back. Here's Smith. Breaking it the other way then. Korzak. Smith is shot. Saved by Sogard. Ronsberg with a nice little pass over. I said Kolasar for some reason. I meant Ronsberg. But a big save by Mads Sogard on that backhand. Clear down low now to the corner. Claude Giroux here feeds it back up to center. Here's Tim Stützle. Dumps it into the zone. Battling forward here in the corner now. Noah Hanifin played back to Rasmus Andersson, who will break it through center. Ottawa gets it back. Here comes Zetterlund. Down the right side. Fires it just wide of Hill. And now cleared back down low into the corner. Senators trying to get it back. Amadio battling for that puck. Trying to get it loose. Down low, Zetterlund battling for it then with Halliday and Hanifin. Golden Knights will get it back. It's Anderson played forward then to Bowman. Bowman up then for Lazinski. Lazinski pass in front. And they could not convert on the play as Cole Reinhardt pass in front. Hutton a shot. Save, rebounds in the crease. They jab at it. It goes wide. Good on Mads Sogard. Senators get it back. They will flick it out to center. And now Korzak regroups here in the Vegas end. Korzak. Pass up then for Hurdle, who gets knocked down to the ground at the goal line now. Dorofeev trying to flip that puck now. Cousins. Pass to center. Gets hit off the puck. Clear down low then Hill. Behind the net, Korzak. He falls down. Hit there by Ridley Gregg. Gregg plays it to center. Can't get it there. Zub at the point. Fires it on. It goes wide. Back to Sanderson. A shot. And that one is also blocked. Tomas Hertl flicks it up then for Dorofeev. Dumped back down low into the Vegas zone. Theodore. Over then for Hutton. About 5.5 minutes to go here in this first period. Shots are 5-3 in favor of Ottawa. They have the early 1-0 lead. Bank back down low then into the zone. Mark Stone battling forward off the boards then. Trying to clear that one as Shabbat. Pinto will flick it out to center. Waiting for it is Amadio. Poke check by a Vegas stick. Pinto with speed gets into the zone. Back then up to the point. Here's Clevin. Shoots it. Blocked by Barbashev. Clevin then to Shabbat. Stone will intercept that puck. Banks it out to center. Hits the referee. Back then off the board. Shabbat will dump it into the Vegas zone. It's Theodore now trying to play it down low behind the net. Picked back up then easily by Ronsberg. Through center now. Eichel battling forward with Amadio. Dump back into the Ottawa zone. Sogard. Out of his net then intercepted by the Knights. Smith is tripped. Or I guess he falls down. He just wasn't really tripped. Into the zone then now is Batherson. At the point. Clears it down low. Zub to Sanderson. Sanderson back to Zub. Zub down low then Stützle. To Sanderson. Sanderson to Zub. Good setup here by the Sens. Claude Giroux. Pass over. Stützle waits. Fires it. Can't get it through. What a deke by Stützle. He tried to beat Hill. It did not go the way he thought. Stützle. Back over then to Sanderson. Good setup here by Ottawa in the Vegas zone. Sanderson to Giroux. Giroux to Stützle. 1T is fanned upon. And now Vegas gets it back. And they will clear into the Ottawa end for a icing. So they can't get fresh legs out there. Or maybe they did at the end of that. But great pressure by Ottawa. Tim Stützle nearly came right in and put that puck past Hill. Had a really nice opportunity. But a good stick there in front by Hannafin to block that net. I'm not sure what Hill was trying to do there. I think he might have tried to, like, poke check it or something. I don't know. Face-off here now, won by the Sens. Shot from the point, blocked. Clevin fires it again. Tip just wide of Hill. Now down low was Lars Eller trying to get it back over then for Riley Smith, who banks it out to center. Taken back then by Ottawa. Sens hold it here now in their own zone. Puck is tipped all the way up in the air. Played back down low. Golden Knights get it back. Bowman over there for Lazinski. A shot saved by Sogard. At the point now, Ben Hutton. Thrown up to the point. Bowman to Korzak. A shot tipped in the air and out of play. Shots are 5-4 in favor of Ottawa still. 3 minutes to go in this first period. Sens lead 1-0. Again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Always a fun night of commentary streams. It's never not entertaining, I'm not going to lie to you. It's always a fun time doing these live commentaries. Coming off of a great weekend. Last night we had our highest viewed NHL-related stream ever. 5,000 views. Caps Oilers was absolutely phenomenal. We keep on doing these. We keep on rewriting history on this channel. And as always, keeping track of all the stats and everything. You guys know I love to do that. It's been a great ride. And the crazy part is like we're only in February, or we're only in late January. So we still got February with the Olympics, we got March, we got April, and then we got the playoffs. It's going to be a lot of fun. Kraken beat the Devils 4-2. I fear New Jersey will miss the playoffs. Seems like that's becoming the reality here. Ottawa might too. The only thing with Ottawa is like if they can start getting competent goaltending, then they can start winning some games. The only fact of the matter is like, now you got to play from behind. You look at the Eastern Conference standings, the Senators find themselves towards the bottom of the conference, but they're not that far away of things. They are 9 points back of Boston for the last wild card spot. Things seem to be getting away from them here, but it's not out of reach completely. You just need to keep on winning games, and that's really about all you can do. To be honest with you, that's really about all you can do. Down low here now in the Ottawa zone, cleared out to center. Theodore regroups. In the Vegas zone, off the boards to center. Ottawa gets it back. Giroux. Back up to the point. Batherson comes in, fires it on net. It's blocked. Now Lazinski tries to play it around down low. Reinhart also trying to get it back to center. Puck goes up in the air. And back into the Senators zone. Yes, LeBlanc, I knew you would say that. I knew you would type that in chat. Who will win? I think Ottawa wins. Even with the back-to-back, I think the Sens get the dub. I think with Ullmark being back, it'll improve the locker room. Even though, obviously, those rumors were going on. I don't think they were true. Like, Ullmark is literally back with the team. That tells you they weren't true. Here's Jensen now. We'll flick it to center. Down low here in the Vegas zone. Now Anderson picks up that puck. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Hurdle. Dumps it down low. Jensen battling forward then with Dorofeev. Puck up in the air. Marner goes off his stick and it's swatted out of play. And are we getting a penalty here? We are. Penalty coming up here against the Sens. Golden Knights will go to the power play. I didn't see the call. Let's see it. Ridley Gregg just picks up the puck and throws it. Are you serious? All right. Penalty here then for Ottawa. Vegas will go to the power play. This power play, if I see correctly, it will carry over into the second period if no goal is scored. Face off here now down low, won by the Sens. They will clear it all the way back into the Vegas zone. Vegas power play has been very, very good. Here's Dorofeev now moving it through center, stolen back then by the Sens, who dump it down the other way. Ottawa's PK, 31st in the NHL. Really bad. It has not been as productive as it needs to be. Here's Marner on the right side, cleared by the Sens, or at least they try and clear it. It's Eichel now at the point. Whistle is blown here for a hand pass. And we will get another face-off. Shot still 5-4 Sens. Not a lot of opportunities here for either team. How's the weather, everybody? Looks like it's actually getting warmer outside. Down low here now, it's Sanderson taking it around behind the net. We'll clear that one all the way back into the Vegas zone. Last minute of play here in the first period. Marner drops it back to Eichel. Eichel off the boards then for Stone. Marner at the point. Pass back then to Hurdle. Hurdle, down low for Eichel. Eichel, down low Stone. Stone pass to center, jabbing at that puck. Too much traffic in front. 30 seconds to go. Eichel, just above the goal line. Pass back then for Hurdle. Stolen back then by Zub, who will clear it all the way down the other way. Hill will take it right back and play a pass up to Eichel. And a whistle is blown here. And I'm not sure why we're blowing the whistle. Too many men. Oh, are you serious? Yep, too many men call for Ottawa. That's a bench minor. That is not what you want. And yeah, too many guys on the ice. Shabbat just jumps off the bench. jumps into the bench trying to evade the penalty. So it'll be a 2-man advantage for 36 minutes. There's 13 seconds left in the period. So the 2-man advantage will carry over into the second period. And then after that, Vegas will get a bit of an extended power play. Face-off down low now. Stone cleared now behind the net to Sanderson. Sanderson will try and dump it. Kept in though by the Knights. 10 seconds to go. Eichel with 5. Eichel waits. Down low. Stone pass over. Jabbing at that puck. Sogard makes the save right at the buzzer. End of the first period here in Ottawa. Some chances for both sides here. Vegas going to get a 5-on-3 power play here for a brief moment in the second period, followed by an extended 5-on-4. But Ottawa, with Fabian Zetterlund being the only scorer, looks like they'll add time to the clock. So actually, we're not done yet. Did I say 36 minutes? I meant 36 seconds. My bad. Yeah, they're going to be on the power play for 36 minutes. My bad. Looks like they'll add a second to the clock. Some of the Vegas players started going back to the locker room. They're going to pull the goalie here for Vegas. Empty net for the Golden Knights. Face off, and the second runs. Wow, what a productive 1 second that was. All right, now we are officially a period concluded here in Ottawa. And the Golden Knights will get a power play that will carry over into the second period. But Fabian Zetterlund with one of the flukier goals, one of the luckier goals we have seen this season. And the Senators take a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack, go get a drink, do what you got to do. And we will be back for the start of the second period here momentarily from Ottawa. Thank you all for tuning in as always. All I got to do is update the all-time score sheet. Then we'll just chill out here for a little bit as we get ready for the start of the second period in a brief moment. So again, Fabian Zetterlund gets his first goal in a commentary stream. Just taking a look at the ECHL transactions. Yeah, so Zetterlund and Stephen Halliday get their first points in live commentary streams. Got to find the Senators logo here. There we go. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Thank you all so much for your support throughout all the commentaries. Don't go anywhere, though. We'll be live for the rest of this game, and then following that, we'll be live for Ducks and Flames. We will also be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Mammoth and Lightning. So we got another Tampa Bay Lightning commentary tomorrow. I haven't done the Bolts that much this season, so looking forward to getting them in here for another one here tonight. Let's take a look at the forecast. Looks like we're almost through the worst of it here. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. I forgot to look at the multi-point games from Avalanche Leafs, so I'm going to do that right now. I think the only one was Brock Nelson, who became the 12th player in live commentary history to score a hat trick. 2 goals in the first period, empty netter. 4-1 win for Colorado over the Leafs. So for Sens fans who feel like all is lost, at least you can think on the bright side and say, hey, it looks like Toronto might miss the playoffs, so at least that's a plus. Still, though, I think it'd be a lot better if you guys made it and Toronto missed. But, that's just me. All right. So over, don't give us I ain't giving you false hope. I'm just saying if there's something that you want to be upset with, at least be happy that, you guys are missing, but also Toronto's missing too. So it's not the end of the world, but that's just me. All right. Let's take a look at the other scores around the NHL here tonight. There are a few other games starting up in just a moment. Canucks and Penguins will be starting up soon. Blackhawks and Panthers is later on tonight. 2 games have concluded. Avalanche defeated the Maple Leafs 4-1. Brock Nelson with a hat trick. Kraken defeated the Devils 4-2. Multi-point game from Jordan Eberle, goal and an assist. Goal from Berkeley Cadden. And Dougie Hamilton and Jack Hughes, both with multi-point games as well for the Devils. But it is a 4-2 win for the Kraken. Penguins and Canucks starting on later tonight here as well. Panthers and Blackhawks also here on the later slate tonight. And then Ducks and Flames, which we will be live for here. That's live from Calgary. So I didn't even intend this, but 3 Canadian matchups here tonight. Was a good game for Seattle. Yeah, well played. 4 goals on 20 shots. Not ideal, but not ideal for New Jersey, but I guess you'll take it. Who was in net? Great game by Joey Decord. So it'll be 23 seconds of 5-on-3, followed by about a minute 10, minute 15 Vegas 5-on-4 power play time. Oh, I just pressed off the stream by accident. Thank you all for tuning in. Got about 8 minutes till the start of the second period, so stick around. And we'll be getting there very shortly. I appreciate all your guys' support. It means a lot. All right. Just hanging out. Who do I think's going to win? I think the Sens will pull it off. I think the Sens will win. But again, we shall obviously see as we move furthermore into this game. We'll see if they can lock it down. What's the Pats and Broncos score? What was I gonna do? Oh, Pats, Broncos score. Sorry, I get distracted. 10-7 Patriots in the fourth. Patriots at the 50-yard line. Oh, buddy. That'll be an interesting finish. All right. Got about 5 minutes here till the start of the second period. We are just moments away. Don't go anywhere. People skating along the river would love to do that. Oh, it's over? Okay, bro. Yeah, I didn't really watch any of it, so I can't really say my thoughts on it. But good win for the Pats. They'll play in the Super Bowl. Alrighty, we're almost ready to start the second period here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's get ready for the start of period number 2 here between the Ottawa Senators and the Vegas Golden Knights. First period recap, goals were scored by Fabian Zetterlund and only Fabian Zetterlund in a relatively uneventful opening frame here in Ottawa. What's up, True Waver? I'm doing good, man. How are you? I think Ottawa will pull off the win tonight. It's my prediction. Stats through 20. Shots are 5-5 apiece. Faceoffs were 57% in favor of the Sens. Power plays. Vegas had 1. They could not convert. Their other 2 are still TBD. Hits were 20-12 Ottawa in that first period. Block shots 8-5 Vegas. Giveaways 4-3 Vegas. And takeaways 4-1 Vegas. As we get set for the start of the second period, once again, I will remind you that Vegas will start off with a 5-on-3, followed by a 5-on-4, briefly. And again, you see Matt Sogard in the net here for the Sens. Obviously had a really underwhelming performance earlier in the year, but now is playing a lot better here tonight. And we'll see if that narrative stays the same. Senators really lacking goaltending again. Had they gotten even somewhat better goaltending, they'd be in a great position. And Levi Merrillainen last night, after being sent down to the American Hockey League last weekend, had a 40-save shutout against the Springfield Thunderbirds to get the Belleville Senators the 1-0 win. And absolutely huge there for sure. You look at Merrillainen, he was one of their top guys last year. To see him perform a lot better in this half is great to see. Second period now is just about to be underway between the Ottawa Senators and the Vegas Golden Knights. A 5-on-3 power play here for Vegas to initiate things. And here we go. Face-off coming up here now with center ice. It'll be Pinto versus Hurdle. Second period is blown dead as Hurdle is kicked out. All right, now the second period is underway. Face-off is won all the way back then by the Sens. Golden Knights will get 20 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Cleared back up to the point. Marner back to Eichel. Eichel moves in, fires it, save. Rebound on Sogard is denied. Now Stone up to the point. Eichel to Marner. Down low then Dorofeev. To Marner, a shot, save. Rebound, denied. Another chance, also stopped. Huge opportunities there for Vegas as the Senators get some reinforcements. Now it's a 5-on-4. Stone tried to wrap that puck around. He is also swiftly denied. Cleared back down low into the corner. Jack Eichel trying to move that puck. Eichel at the top. Waits for options here at the point. Eichel now down low to Stone. Eichel to Marner. To Stone. Back to Eichel. To Marner. Marner to Dorofeev. To Marner. 40 seconds to go. Pass over and it goes wide. Eichel trying to get that puck back. It's cleared the other way then by the Sens. Back into the Vegas zone with less than 30 seconds to go here in the middle frame. Picked back up then by Jack Eichel. Up then to Barbashev. It slides back down low. Icing here against the Golden Knights. Vegas is 2 for their last 13 power plays. And now with 18 seconds remaining on their current power play, they nearly tucked it through on Sogard, but Mark Stone could not get that puck across the goal line. Face-off coming here now in the Vegas zone as the Senators got it out of their own end. It'll be Stützle versus Eichel. Face-off won by the Knights. Down low now, it's Theodore. Pass back down low behind the net. Hannafin up to Eichel. Time winding down here on the man advantage. Eichel into the zone. Bowman, cross-ice pass down low. And Eichel can't convert as the power play concludes. Great kill by the Sens. At center now, Bowman. Pass back over then for Lazinski. Poke checked away, kept in though by Vegas. Bowman, down low, feeds it up to the point. Shot, deflected, just down low. Now Lazinski picks it up. Tanner Lazinski behind the net. Look for options, pass in front, save by Sogard with the right pad. What a stop. And the Vegas pressure keeps on continuing here. But Mads Sogard, who admittedly had a pretty rough game the last time he played up in the NHL, called back up to the lineup tonight. It's playing very well. Face-off here now in the Ottawa zone. Once again, about 2 minutes gone in this second period. Shots are 4-0 in favor of Vegas. Face-off won by Ottawa off the boards. Then Zub will take that one behind the net. Shoots it all the way back to center. Vegas trying to get it back. Kolasar battling for it then with Cousins. Banked off the boards and dumped down low into the Vegas zone. Hill cleared back behind the net. Lazone trying to clear that one. Played back down low then. Through center, Gregg. Intercepted there quickly by the Golden Knights. It's Ronsberg dumping it into the zone. Looks past the center, and Riley Smith can't get there in time. Now Brady Tkachuk will pick it up here for Ottawa. Tkachuk through the zone. Stolen back then by Marner. Mitch Marner down low. Dorofeev back to Korczak. Korczak will dump it into the Ottawa zone. Now Spence for Batherson. Batherson here down low. Sens have not registered a shot since the 13-minute mark. Here's Shabbat now over then for Stützle. Pass back is intercepted by the Golden Knights. Coming up on 14 minutes without a shot here for the Sens. Now Stützle off the boards. Back for Jensen. Jensen. Cleared back down low. Vegas trying to get it back. It's Dorofeev who will drop that one down low to Marner. Marner past the center. Dorofeev hit from behind. Here's Giroux. Handing it into the Vegas zone. Now Lazone will try and pick that one up down low. Theodore feeds it past the center. Marner played forward then to Eichel. Eichel battling for it then with Pinto. Cleared back to center. Golden Knights get it back. Korzak backhands it down low. Now Pinto here in the Senators zone. Sanderson cross-ice pass. Here's Zetterlund. Warps it back around. Loses the puck. Gets it right back. Cleared down low now behind the net. Over then for Pinto. Shane Pinto banks it down low. Zetterlund gets it back to Pinto. A shot. Blocked. Now Barbashev through the zone. Eichel. Eichel to Anderson. Pass is intercepted. Delayed offsides here against the Golden Knights. And now Ottawa again regrouping in their own zone. Sanderson off the boards there then for Lars Eller. It's taken back by the Golden Knights into the zone. Reinhart battling for it. Lazinski tries to throw a centering pass. Back then down low. Getting it is Spence. Now 5 minutes gone here in the second period. Banked off the boards. It's Eller who dumps it down low. Racing forward into the zone is Korzak. Battling for it now with Sanderson. Jake Sanderson trying to get it free. He falls down to the ground. Now Bowman. Pass forward then for Reinhart. Clevin takes it back. Off the boards, Eller will dump it into the zone. Amadio tried to brace for that puck. In the zone now, Holiday throws it up to the point. Jensen down low, cleared back behind the net. Sens have not had a shot in 16 minutes. Really has been a lot of shots overall. Here's Holiday, pass back, shot. Goes wide. Are you serious? Now Shabbat keeps it in the zone. Thomas Shabbat down low, Zetterlund over, pass in front. They score through the legs of Dylan Cousins. And after going nearly 17 minutes without a goal, Dylan Cousins makes it 2-0 Ottawa. And a great play by Thomas Shabbat. It all starts with him keeping that puck in at the blue line. Nice little pass back in front. Cousins puts it through his legs. Nice. It's Dylan Cousins, his 16th goal of the season, assisted by Ridley Gregg and Brady Tkachuk, as the Senators strike again. 2-0. Shot from the point. Another chance goes in. From the point, it's Jordan Spence. And after not getting a shot for, again, nearly 17 minutes, the Sens strike with 2 goals in less than 20 seconds from each other. 3-0 Ottawa. Holy crap. All of a sudden, this game just changed for the better. 2 shots in there now. It's 3 goals on 7 for Hill. And Brady Tkachuk with 2 assists in the span of just a couple minutes. And Ottawa leads 3-0 here in the second period. Golden Knights get it back down low. Anderson banks it off the boards. Now with the puck, Shabbat. Played forward, then off the boards, Giroux. Dumps it down low. Hannafin behind the net to Anderson. Stolen back then by Mitch Marner. Battling forward is Giroux. Kept in the zone though by Ottawa. Giroux to the point. Shabbat. Pass down low. Giroux comes in. Over. How does that not go in? Are you serious? Adin Hill loses his mask. So the whistle was blown, but Ottawa nearly got the third goal as Claude Giroux with a nice little pass over to Stu. It did not go through the traffic in front. Ottawa, all of the sudden, 3-0 lead. It'll be Jordan Spence's goal from Tyler Clevin and Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk already with 2 points tonight in the span of just 20 seconds. Wow. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. Thank you very much. Subscribe down below if you're new. Whew. What a great game. Showing off Daniel Alfredson. Last night, Senators honored Jacques Martin in the 4-1 loss to Carolina. Senators had 34 shots in that game. And again, that was a game for Ottawa where they played very well, but, you know, whether it's bad luck or just not being able to get the saves, it was another one of those games. Ottawa, 3 goals on their last 3 shots. Every chance they're getting is going past Adin Hill and into the back of the net. Golden Knights get it back now. Here's Stone. Trying to break it back through center. Off the board, Stone. Dumps it down low. Zub. Off the boards to center. Yeah, Brandon Bussey was amazing as well. I miss Giroux too. One of my favorite Flyers as a kid. Sogar mismanages the puck and almost went into the back of his own net. Cleared all the way back into the Vegas zone. Now Theodore battling forward with Amadio. Lazone will clear that one down low. Stone backhands it to center. Jensen to Shabbat. Shabbat takes it through the neutral zone. Thomas Shabbat now down low. Warps it back around. Throws it behind the net. Halliday up to the point then to Eller. Eller shoots it. Tipped. Wide. Now Shabbat to the point. Sens trying to get it back. Eller, another chance, goes wide as well. Played back then down low, Shabbat. Shot again, goes wide as well. Banked off the boards is Bowman. Down low into the Senators zone. Now Spence battling forward with Reinhart. Off the boards, Eller then for Halliday. 3-on-2 for the Sens. Into the zone now, Clevin. Backhand goes into Adin Hill, who makes the save. And really not a lot of shots tonight. It's been mostly just kind of back and forth action. Hasn't generally been shots necessarily. But Adin Hill, 5 saves on 8 shots. Certainly not with a doctor order. He has a .625 save percentage. This is a guy who overall in live commentaries has an .893. Could definitely use better numbers for sure. Face off here now in the Vegas zone. Is one back down low. Now Smith behind the net trying to play that puck around, battling forward with Batherson. Puck's in the air then for Hurdle. Cleared around then behind the net. Anderson battling for it. Down low, Hannafin. Back up for Hurdle. Hurdle to Anderson, who breaks it into the zone, or at least he tries to. Here in the corner, Shabbat to Giroux. Off the board, Shabbat trying to get that one back. He'll do so, getting it to center. Stützle drops it back, intercepted there by Vegas. Hurdle will dump it into the Ottawa zone. Now picking it up down low is Jensen. Back up then for Shabbat. Shabbat, collision there with Ronsberg at the goal line. Dumped all the way back into the Vegas zone. Marner versus Gregg. Stolen back then by Marner. Marner will clear it all the way to center. It's been a lot of just neutral zone fighting here. Low shot affair. Approaching the halfway mark of the second period. Down low now, Clevin. Cross-ice pass over there for Spence. Sens take it through the zone. Tkachuk with some room. Fires it. Saved by Hill. Rebounds there. Another shot. Goes above Hill. And down low into the corner. Back on the right side here now. Cousins feeds it up to the point. Clevin shoots it. Blocked. Another chance. Off of Hill's pad. And all the way down the other way. Now over the halfway mark of the game and the period. Senators have a 3-goal lead. Amadio dumps it down low. Sens trying to get it back. Backhanding it here into the corner now. Shane Pinto gets it back. Off the boards, will feed it to center. Back up to the point then. Sanderson over to Zuba shot. Pad save by Hill. Sens putting on the pressure here. At the point, Sanderson, another drive, saved by Hill as well. Banked off the boards. Eichel battling for it now with Pinto. This is not how I expected the game to go. I thought Vegas would be a lot better with the rest. But again, as I said, sometimes you get the rest and it doesn't go the way that you maybe think it does. And maybe even sometimes a team being on a back-to-back, especially if they're at home, could be an advantage. Down low now, Batherson feeds it up to the point. Jensen to Shabbat. Shabbat fires it all the way down low into the corner. Picked back up then by Stützle. Jensen cleared around now behind the net. Sens get it down low. Batherson takes it behind the net then. Back up to the point. Jensen to Batherson. To Giroux, a shot. Goes wide. Shabbat. Down low then for Giroux. Pass over is blocked as Giroux's stick just completely shatters. And now cleared back into the zone. Now Stützle picks it up. Stützle pass up in front. And Halliday could not get the feed on. Now Vegas races back for it the other way. Eichel into the zone. Trying to drop it back. Barbashev gets that puck. Tied up there by multiple Sens. And Ottawa gets it back here in their own end. Very good game here by the Sens so far. Knock back down low. Anderson picks it up behind the Vegas net. Hannafin will get it back. Shots are 11-9 in favor of Ottawa. Anderson over there then for Hannafin. Pass to center as Reinhardt runs into it there. Shoots it on Sogard. Save in front. Jabbing at that puck. And it stays out. It has been all Ottawa here in this second period. 3-0 are the shots. Or 3-0 is the score. In terms of the shooting department, it is 6-4 Ottawa. And they have the lead here in the second. Thank you all as always for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Oh my gosh. Senators lead 3-0. Multi-point games from Brady Tkachuk. As the boys are moving pretty good here in Ottawa. with a 3-0 lead in this second period. You just got to hope that that continues and the success keeps on coming. Still plenty of time left to go in the game. We've seen 3-0 comebacks in lesser time. It's a matter of, can you take the adversity and hold yourselves here in this game? We'll see if Ottawa is able to do that. They've had a couple of games this season where they've had leads, but unable to keep them due to poor defensive and goaltending. Sens with a 11-10-4 record at home this season. Really not as good as you expected to be. Face off in the Vegas end, won by the Knights. Hanifin at the point, fires it. Blocked. Down low now, Cousins will clear that one off the boards. Golden Knights trying to keep it in. Senators steal it back. Here's Cousins. Through the zone. Breaking it in, then shoots it on Hill, who makes the glove save. Shots are now 12-10 in favor of Ottawa. Showing off Travis Green, head coach of the Ottawa Senators. Has been here in Ottawa for his second season now. Previously a Vancouver Canucks coach. And you're facing off against Bruce Cassidy. Face off in the Vegas zone, Lazinski versus Stützle. Face off won by Ottawa. At the point then, Clevin, stick handling, fires it, tipped as it goes wide. Down low now here, Batherson battling forward with Lazinski, banked off the boards, Giroux. Will throw it up to the point, Clevin. Trying to keep that one in, dumps it down low then for Stützle. Over then for Batherson down low. Theodore battling forward as well. Giroux. Back over then. Batherson feeds it up to the point. Ottawa has it. Clevin fires it just wide. Sens get it back then down low. Amadio will bank that one off the boards. Clevin on the right side. Pass up to the point. Slap shot just wide of Hill. Clevin fumbled pass. Intercepted then by the Golden Knights. 3-on-2 the other way. Bowman into the zone. Pass back. Lazinski tipped up in the air and out of play. 6.5 minutes to go in the second period. Senators lead the Knights 3-0. Face off here in the Ottawa zone. Shots are 12-10 Sens. Face off here now, won by Ottawa. Off the boards, then Pinto down low, back to Zub. Artem Zub now behind the net will throw it all the way out to center. Here come the Sens the other way. In the zone now, Amadio battling forward with Greg. Greg picks up the puck, pass to center, tipped off a Vegas stick. Now Stone. Back then for Anderson, cleared all the way back into the Ottawa zone. Banked over then for Mitch Marner. Marner circles around. Marner here at the point. Fires it on, deflected in the air, batted away. And now back for Sanderson. Sanderson off of the referee. It's offsides for Vegas. But Marner gets it back on sides. Marner to Hutton, fires it, save by Sogard. And that would have been the most Ottawa Senators thing ever for the Golden Knights after the referee kept it in the zone to score. That'd be the most Golden Knights thing ever. 5.5 minutes in the second. 3-0 Ottawa. And again, guys, we'll be live later tonight for Ducks and Flames. That'll be the later game here on our slate. So stay tuned for that tonight. Senators lead Ottawa 3-0 here in this second period. Thank you all for watching me during these snowy days. We're coming up to the evening hours here. The storm is nearly behind us. And if this reads correctly, we're going to get this storm here in Pennsylvania. Then we're going to get like 5 or 6 days of just straight sunshine, which I love. Sounds awesome. A lot of Golden Knights fans in the lower bowl. Face-off one here by the Sens. Shot from the point, deflected down low to the corner. Hurdle behind the net. Tomas Hurdle here, waits with the puck, feeds it up to the point. Hutton, down low to the zone, fires it, save by Sogard. As that was the 11th shot of the game. Matt Sogard, perfect game so far. 11 saves on 11 shots. Adin Hill, 9 saves on 12 shots, a .750 save percentage. Could be a lot better there for Adin Hill for sure. Senators lead the Golden Knights 3-0 here with 5:19 left to go. Face-off won by Vegas. Dorofeev, pass is blocked. Now Barbashev down low, stolen back then by Hurdle. Hurdle to Lazone, fires it, goes off the side of the net. And back behind it. Now down low, Hurdle will clear up to the point. Theodore. Over then for Lazone. Lazone behind the net. Back to Dorofeev, a backhand. Denied there. Hurdle comes in. Saved by Sogard. Cleared all the way out to center. Golden Knights will regroup here in their own end. Shots are dead even here at 12 apiece. Hurdle drops it back to Barbashev. At the point, Theodore. Down low then for Barbashev. To Theodore. Theodore waits. Pass to center is blocked. Now Stone down low, battling forward with Amadio. Here come the Senators the other way. They look a little tired. Amadio comes into the zone, loops it back around, pass in front, and that shot is blocked. Now into the zone, Sanderson. That's blocked as well. A lot of block shots here for both sides. Into the zone now with that puck. Behind the net, Amadio, pass in front. Hill makes the save. And another pretty bad deflection. Nearly went the wrong way. And you see on that play after Hill makes that save, Nick Cousins giving him a little tap. Oh my gosh. Tired. Face off here now in the Vegas zone. Won by the Sens. Behind the net then Anderson. With the puck then to Eichel. Now Mark Stone. Back to Eichel who moves it through center. And Sens shoot it out of play. Shots 13-12 in favor of Ottawa. Showing off the 2026 Olympics. Most players by team. Vegas with 9 players of their roster heading to the Olympics. That is the most players by any team besides the Tampa Bay Lightning, who have 10 total players heading to the Olympic Games. Senators with a select few of guys. Kachuk and Sanderson will be there for Team USA. Face-off here in the Ottawa zone, won by the Golden Knights. Eichel, down low in the corner. Feeds it up to the point. Hannafin to Marner. Marner to Anderson. Anderson behind the net. Tries to throw it in front. Save. Rebounds there. Denied by Sogard. Stone gets it back. Feeds it up to the point. Nobody is there. And it's cleared all the way back down the other way. Eichel tried to get that puck back. Senators will attempt to clear to center. They'll get it there successfully. Now Eichel brings it into the zone. Taken back then by Ottawa. 2-on-2 the other way. Dumped in there on Hill, who plays it back to the right side. Backhanded then behind the net. Ottawa gets it back. Batherson down low. Will move through center. A backhand on is blocked. Ottawa gets it back then down low, warping around with the puck. Spence, back to the point. Down low, Stützle. Stützle, circling around here now. Back down low. Giroux jabbing at that puck. Stolen back by Stone at center, who will dump it into the Ottawa end. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Senators lead 3-0. Down low now, Claude Giroux banked up to center, cleared all the way down the other way. Theodore, back over then for Ronsberg. Now Giroux, played back over then for Stützle. Stützle circles back around, pass all the way to center. Now another shot, they score! It's Stephen Halliday, his second career goal, assisted by Stützle and Giroux, and the Senators have a 4-0 lead. Yeah, that is 4 goals on 15 shots here for the Senators. I wonder if we see Aiden Hill get pulled. Stephen Halliday from Stützle and Giroux. And Halliday tonight with a multi-point game. And a nice little pass over from Stützle. Goes through the traffic, and Halliday just takes that 1-T on net. And it's 4-0 Sens here in period number 2. Face-off cleared all the way back into the Ottawa zone. Now Jensen here behind the net. 2 minutes to go in the second. Down low, Shabbat. Off the boards to Jensen. Jensen to center. Tipped all the way back down low into the Vegas end. Hannafin. Fed up to the point. Tipped out to center. Zetterlund. Up top then for Shabbat. Shabbat will clear it down low then to Sogard. Back over. Hill, not Sogard. Back over then down low. Behind the net then. Tkachuk battling for it with Hannafin. Trying to get that one free now down low. Pass to center. Tipped all the way out of the zone. Now getting it back then. Jensen off the boards for Lars Eller, who brings it in. Banked off the boards down low. Approaching the final minute of play here in period number 2. Cleared to center now. It's Tyler Kleven who regroups with that puck. Kleven off the boards then for Gregg. Ridley Gregg into the zone. Shoots it. Saved by Hill. Tkachuk then down low. Feeds it up to the point. Senators get it back. Sanderson. Banked off the boards. Ottawa brings it into the zone. Gregg down low. In front. Tkachuk denied by Hill. 45 seconds left to play. Ottawa gets it back. Another shot. Goes blocked and wide. There's been like a million shot blocks tonight. When I read them off, you'll be surprised. Dorofeev will dump it into the zone. Zub. Down low now, Barbashev. Giroux. Off the boards then for Cousins. Cousins to Sanderson. It goes off another Senator's skate. And Sens forced to play it back. Time winding down here on the clock. Ottawa has it off the boards. Banked back into the Vegas zone. Now Korzak behind the net. Played back then by Batherson. Over to Hertl. Time winding down. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And the Senators get clapped off the ice. Or applauded, I guess is a better word for it. Not clapped. They get applauded off the ice. With 3 goals in that second period. Cousins, Spence, and Halliday. A multi-point period for Brady Tkachuk. A multi-point game for Stephen Halliday. And the Senators have a 4-0 lead here on the Golden Knights through 40 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for the start of the third period momentarily. No problem, Bon. Have fun shoveling. Thought maybe I'd do some shoveling, but I think I'll just wait till tomorrow. All right, time to make that Cousins clip. Upload it onto the YouTube channel for a short. Stick around, guys. We got the third period coming up here in just a little bit. Oh my gosh. Now Shabbat keeps it in the zone. Thomas Shabbat down low. Serious. Now Shabbat keeps it in the zone. Thomas Shabbat down low. Zetterland over. Pass in front. They score through the legs of Dylan Cousins. And after going nearly 17 minutes without a goal, 17 minutes. I screwed it up. I said goal and not shot. Ugh, that's annoying. Oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. As always, if you're new to the channel, subscribe down below if you're new. I would appreciate it. So Dylan Cousins with a between-the-legs goal. Already has a goal in a commentary stream. Already has quite a few, actually, since being traded from Buffalo. Oh, this is screwed up. Of course it is. All right. Great middle frame for Ottawa. That's exactly what you want, honestly. Again, you look in terms of, the Senators, they've struggled. And to see them bounce back here and get themselves with a 4-0 lead heading into the third period, it's a matter of keeping that as well. Obviously, you want to keep that mentality going and keep that success. I mean, you just hope for the best here for the Sens. And again, there's been a couple of games here this season where Ottawa has had a lead. They end up blowing the lead and losing the game. So you got to be able to hold on to that lead. And some of that is goaltending. Some of that is overall defensive play. The Golden Knights are going to come out pushing. This is a team that is a very good one at that. They know what they're capable of. And for the Ottawa Senators, it's a matter of holding on to that lead, playing the defense you're playing, and your goalie has been perfect here so far tonight. 13 saves. You just got to keep on converting. Keep the pressure going. Tyler Clevin also gets his first point in a live commentary stream. A lot of firsts tonight here for Ottawa. Haven't really streamed the Sens that much this season. And whenever I do stream the Sens, they don't really tend to do very well or score a lot of goals per se. This might be the most goals they've scored ever in a commentary, to be honest with you. They've had a lot of close games when I've streamed them. All right, Tim Stutzla got a point. All right. All-time score sheets updated. Now we just hang out here until the start of the third. All right. Welcome back, Bon. It's not too bad out there. I think we're going through the worst of the sleet right now. But by the time I'm done streaming tonight, this will all be gone. So you're getting 12 inches. We got close to that also. It's a little winter wonderland outside my house. All right, 4-0 lead here for Ottawa with about 8 minutes or so till the start of the third. What is this? Oh my god, they put a time capsule in the CTC. Are you serious? That's cool. That's cool. Went through like a little They put a time, so it's the Canadian Tire Center's 30-year anniversary. They put a time capsule in the arena 30 years ago to open up in 30 years. And now they're opening it up here on screen. That's cool. It's pretty cool. All right, now to plug in my phone. All right. Oh my god, my computer wasn't even charging. What the hell? I think they're going to do a card set. They will do a card set eventually. I think that is the plan this year at some point. I'd be shocked if they aren't doing one this year. That'd be really disappointing. All right, got about 5 minutes, it says, till the start of the third. So don't go anywhere. We'll be starting the third period here in just a moment from Ottawa. They do an Ice Angels, possibly. Yes, I think they did, actually. They did do an Ice Angels one. All right. Just chilling here, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be ready to go with the third period in a moment. We'll be live later tonight as well for Ducks and Flames. That'll be the later slate tonight. It'll be live from Calgary as well, so all three games coming from north of the border. All right, 4-0 Senators lead here. View from the Canadian Tire Center, all the snow. All right, third period in a moment, guys. Block shots, 15-14. A lot of block shots for both sides. All right, third period in a matter of seconds. Alrighty, let's get ready for the start of the third period here between the Ottawa Senators and the Vegas Golden Knights here tonight. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Dylan Cousins, Jordan Spence, and Stephen Halliday. Multi-point game for Halliday. Multi-point period for Brady Tkachuk. As the Senators have played a very good hockey game here tonight. And they have the 4-0 lead over the Golden Knights as we get ready for the start of period number 3 here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you are new to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated as always. We commentate all 32 teams here on this channel. A well-played game here for Mads Søgaard with 13 saves tonight. I expect Vegas to make a final push. We will see if he can hold that here as we get ready for the start of the third in just a moment. Stats through 40. Take a look at them. Shots 17-13 Ottawa. Face-off percentage 55% in favor of the Golden Knights. Power plays. Vegas with 2 power plays. They have not converted. Ottawa has not gotten a power play at all this season. Or at all this game, not this season. Hits, 27-16 in favor for Ottawa, but a very physical game. Block shots, 15-14 in favor of Vegas. Here we go. Period number 3 between the Senators and the Golden Knights is underway. Face-off is cleared all the way back down into the Las Vegas zone. Now Rasmus Andersson will hold that puck, breaking it through center. Ottawa 15-3-2 when leading after 2 periods. Shot there from Andersson. Patted away then by Søgaard. Down low here in the corner. Banked out to center. I have not seen that, no. Icing here against the Senators here. 30 seconds into this third period. And again, the Senators, as I said at the second intermission, definitely need to do a better job at holding on to leads. You're up 4-0 here against one of the better teams in the NHL. It's a matter of holding on and not letting them get back into this, because 4-0 is a very possible game. We've seen that before. Face-off here now in the Ottawa zone. Hurdle versus Pinto. Back then for Lazone. Puck tips back down low to the corner. Here's Pinto. Try to play it out to center. Stolen back then by the Sens. Down low now behind the net, Jake Sanderson. Sanderson off the boards. Through center, stolen back by Lazone. Dumped back into the Ottawa zone. Sens get it right back. Cleared into the Vegas and Aiden Hill will dump that one around then behind the net. Back over then for Greg. Greg intercepted. Hurdle takes it back the other way. Tomas Hurdle now through the zone. Will circle back around. Pass to center is blocked. Off the boards then. Here come the Sens. With speed is Tkachuk. Tkachuk pass back to the point. Shot. They score! Dylan Cousins, his second of the night, puts it through Aiden Hill. And the Senators have a 5-0 lead. 3-point game from Brady Tkachuk. 3 assists for Tkachuk tonight. And that's 5 goals on 18 shots for Ottawa. Not a pretty game by Aiden Hill. And the Sens lead 5-0 here in period number 3. And yep, nice little 1-tee shot. Hill can't get it there with his glove. And a little angry baby who's wearing a Vegas sweater in the crowd, staring right at the camera. Vegas trying to bring it through center. It's dumped back in then down low by Ottawa. Here's Noah Hannafin off the boards then for Claude Giroux. Smith, stolen back then by Batherson. Cleared down low, intercepted by Marner. Marner off the boards then for Smith. Here's Giroux. Pass through center. Batherson comes in. Fires it around now behind the net. Stutzla thrown to center, then Zetterlund back down low. A shot saved by Hill, who has had a really rough game tonight. That's 5 goals on 19 shots for Hill. He's riding a .737 save percentage. Not great. As I mentioned, Matt Sogard in his Watch with Nordic commentary debut tonight. Adin Hill, all-time in live commentary streams. He's done 10 of them. Has a 2.6 goals against and .893. About to get his second regulation loss in a live commentary stream. Golden Knights have an .879 save percentage on average. They had Schmid. They had Carter Hart. They had Carl Lindbaum. Puck tipped, and it goes in. Stephen Halliday, his second of the game. 6-0 Sens. Oh, my Lord. Stephen Halliday, multi-goal night here for the rookie, assisted by Tyler Clevin. And on the 20th shot for Ottawa, they get their 6th goal. 6-0 Sens. Multi-point game for Halliday, 3 points for him. Multi-point game for Tkachuk, 3 points for him. Multi-point game for Cousins, 2 goals for him. Multi-point game for Clevin, 2 assists. What a beatdown. About 18 minutes to go here in this third period. Ottawa leads 6-0. Back down low here into the Ottawa zone. And keep in mind, the Sens lost last night against the Hurricanes, and now they're finally finding that goal scoring they were missing last night. 2 goals in 43 seconds. And again, as I mentioned, you had guys like Lindbaum, Hill, Schmid, Carter Hart. I think you even had Vickman, who I believe was up. Played for a little bit. You've had a lot of goaltenders play for your team, and nothing's really meshed. I'm going to give Hill a pass. He has been injured for most of the year. It takes you some time to get back. Icing here against the Golden Knights with exactly 17 minutes to go. But a great game overall by the Senators. And a nice little bounce back from the struggles that was this past week. Face off here now in the Vegas zone. It's won by the Sens. Lazone played forward then for Barbashev. Barbashev to Stone. Breaks it into the zone. Fires it on Sogard, who makes the save. A couple of these goals, to be fair, were tips in front as well. So you do have to give it the benefit of the doubt from that perspective. But Matt Sogard hasn't faced a lot of rubber tonight, but still overall playing very well considering the expectations. And his backup there, Olmark in the net. Vegas coach going to give them a hell of a practice. Yeah, not a great game from Vegas. They're being outplayed by a team who is on the second half of a back-to-back. To be fair, the 2 games were at home on the bright side. Here's Theodore then back for Lazone. Played back for Stone. Stone to Eichel, who tries to bring it into the zone. Broken up there and cleared out to center. Now it's Theodore. Off the boards, dumped down low then. Jake Sanderson picks it up for Ottawa. Behind the net then, it's Cousins trying to get it back at the point. Barbashev plays it down low. Eichel shoots it. And it does not go that way. Here come the Sens. 3-on-2. Through the zone. Shot on Hill is denied. Now down low, Pinto off the boards for Shabbat. Clears it around behind the net. Picked up at the point then by Jensen. Fires it. It goes in! It was Nick Cousins in front. And there's a touchdown in Ottawa. 7-0 Sens. Here in period number 3. Are you serious right now? And at least it's at home. Wow. Another 3-goal period here for Ottawa. It's another just poor deflection that goes into the back of the net. And it goes off of Noah Hannafin's stick and in. And Nick Cousins with his 7th goal of the year. We'll see if those assists count, but it says Jensen and Shabbat. 7-0 Ottawa. Through center here now. Greg over then for Cousins. And Ottawa goes offsides. It was a deflection there from Cousins. So they will... Looks like they might credit the goal with Jensen. It may not even be Nick Cousins' goal. Yeah, Jensen's goal. So Jensen, 4th goal of the year. It's a 7-0 touchdown here in Ottawa. And this is definitely what this team and this fan base needed. And maybe you can view this as a turning point. Tkachuk off the boards then for Jensen. Puck goes through his legs. Trying to clear it to center. He'll get it there successfully. Now Rasmus Andersson behind the Vegas net off the boards. Then Dorofeev. Pavel Dorofeev here down low. Through the neutral zone. Will they give him assists? It went off a Hannafin stick. They will. Shabbat from Pinto. Wow. Banked off the boards then. It's Bowman. Stolen back then by the Sens. Through the zone. Stützle. Over to Giroux. Pass back over for Batherson. Can't get the play to go the right way. And puck deflects up and out of play. Mariners playing playoff hockey. Yeah, Las Vegas Thunder. That's an old team. These games do happen, to be fair. 7 goals on 22 shots. Aiden Hill riding a .696 save percentage at the point now. Shot from Spence deflects down low into the corner. At the point now, another chance. Eller, saved by Hill. Down low now in the corner behind the net, Halliday, who has 2 goals tonight. Vegas tries to take it back. Jeremy Lazone will dump it down low here into the Ottawa end. Up then for Zetterlund. Zetterlund through the zone, broken up then by Halliday, who will dump it down low into the Vegas zone. Theodore through center. Banked off then for Lazone, cleared back down into the Ottawa zone. Barbashev battling for it now with Jensen. Shabbat fighting with Barbashev. Stone trying to clear a puck to the point. Eichel. Korzak. Point then to Hannafin. Hannafin to Stone. A shot saved by Sogar. Rebounds there. Korzak a shot deflected just wide down low. Off the boards then Cousins. Feeds a pass up. 2-on-1 into the zone. Amadio back to Pinto's in. Saved by Hill. Here's Barbashev now through center. Trying to bring that one into the zone. Banked off the boards, back down low. Senators bring it through center. Pinto drops it back. Cousins trying to regroup that one around. Taken back then by Anderson. Golden Knights get it back. Eichel breaks it through center. Pass up then for Kolasar, who will dump it into the Ottawa zone. For those who are wondering, this is the 3rd time in live commentary history that we have had a game feature a team score 7 or more goals. And it is tied for the biggest blowout win by his team, with Dallas scoring 7 goals against Montreal earlier this season. That was the biggest deficit win until now. Here come the Sens into the zone. Stützle drops it back down low. Try to play it ahead. Intercepted then by the Golden Knights. And a whistle is blown here as Stützle was tripped. And we are going to get a Senators power play coming up. up 7-0 here in Ottawa. The Senators will get a chance to score a field goal with the power play coming up. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. It's been a blowout here in Ottawa. 7-0 in favor of the Senators at home. So for Golden Knights fans who may be upset, at least this game's on the road. Stretching. Sens lead 7-0. Power play coming up here for Ottawa. Shots are 23-15. Face-off coming here now in the Vegas zone. Power play now for the Sens. Multi-goal games from Dylan Cousins and Stephen Halliday. And now coming up, it is an Ottawa power play. Face-off. Here in the Vegas zone, it's won back then by the Sens. Chabot at the point. Back to Giroux. Giroux shoots it, saved by Hill, who is not allowing anything. At least as of now. At least as of now. Yeah, not a great game for Aiden Hill. Allowed all 7 goals tonight. Face off in the Vegas zone. Zetterlund will come in to take the draw. It's won back again then by the Sens. Chabot dumps it down low, battling for it in the corner, and cleared by the Golden Knights. Sens power play top 10 in the NHL, 22%. Vegas PK, 11th in the NHL. Here's Sanderson now. Into the zone, pass back, Spence over to Zetterlund, a shot gloved by Hill. And Halliday is down on the ground. He is hurt. They are calling for the trainer. He needed help from Chabot to get up. And the Senators players immediately come to his aid. And let's see the play here. It was a hit by Hurdle. His face went into the stanchion. Ooh, he needs help off the ice. Hopefully he is okay. That is a rough play. So basically he's skating against the bench, the Vegas bench. Hurdle hits him at the end, and his face leans into the bench and hits the stanchion or the glass. And that looked painful. Hopefully Halliday is okay. You never wish for injuries. That is a really tough situation. So he's likely done for the game. What's up, Vince? Welcome to the stream, brother. Good to see you. Enjoying the snow? Not really. I'm waiting for it to be over, actually. Face off. Coming here now in the Vegas zone. It's won by the Sens. They will be forced to bring it out to center. Chabot. Sens power play 0 for 10 in their last 3 games. It's been very rough. But if there was any game for it to turn around, it'd be this game, that's for sure. Giroux. Point then to Chabot. Shabbat over to Giroux. Giroux to Shabbat. A shot saved by Hill. Cleared down the other way by Stone. Down low now, dropping it back is Sogard over then for Sanderson down low. Sends with 26 shots. Cousins through the zone. Tkachuk trying to bring it into the zone. Gets a shot on there. Behind the net then Cousins. Feeds it up to the point. Clevin to Sanderson. To Tkachuk. Clevin at the point. Clevin fires it. Tipped in front. And goes back up to the point. Sens keep it in. Shot back down low. Here's Gregg. Fires it off the post. Clevin keeps that one in the zone. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Gregg battling for it down low then with the likes of Cousins alongside Hutton. Vegas will get that puck and clear it all the way down the other day. That should do it for the power play here for Ottawa. We are now over the halfway mark of this third period. Intercepted here at center ice. Now Marner brings it into the zone, trying to loop that one around. Feeds it up to the point. Puck will slide out to center. Now Lazone regroups with it. Marner for Lazone. Drop back then to Theodore. Through center, Dorofeev backhands it down low. Picked back up then by Stützle. Behind the net then Jensen. Off the boards, dumped all the way back into the Vegas zone for yet again another icing. And Ridley Gregg nearly had the 8th goal tonight for Ottawa. But it did not go the way that they intended it to. Shots are 9-2 in favor of Ottawa in this third period. The Sens have just come in here and dominated the Golden Knights. Dumped all the way back down low into the Vegas zone. Noah Hannafin through center then for Bowman. Bowman comes into the zone, gets knocked off the puck now behind the net. Clevin. Right side then for Gregg. Banked off the boards in the zone. Dumped now behind the net. Bowman battling forward with Clevin. Off the board. Senators will attempt to play at the center. Dump down low into the Vegas zone. Collision to the top of the circle. Lazinski comes into the zone. Gets knocked off the puck. Now Gregg here in the Ottawa zone as time continues to wind down. Smith moves to center. A shot goes wide. So barring any insane comeback, the Senators will complete the series sweep over the Golden Knights. Korzak cleared off the boards all the way back into the Ottawa zone for an icing against the tired Golden Knights, who will have to stay out there. Face-off here now in the Vegas zone, won by the Golden Knights. Lazone feeds it up to the point. Sens keep it in. Sanderson to Tkachuk, a shot. Goes just wide. Played back down low in front. Pad saved by Hill. Denying Cousins the hat trick. At the point now, Tkachuk. Down low to Cousins. Cousins. Back over then for Gregg. Gregg battling forward with Kolasar. Off the boards now, Tkachuk. Trying to feed that puck up to the point. And dumped all the way back into the Ottawa zone. Take it back then down low. Zub off the boards to Sanderson. 8.5 minutes to go in the third period. Sanderson now off the boards. Racing forward is Pinto with speed. He'll battle for that puck with Eichel. Sent off the boards then for Barbashev. Through center now, Mark Stone. Stone comes in. Down low, tries to feed a pass all the way back. And into the Vegas end. Hutton off the boards then for Barbashev. Played back for Eichel. Eichel comes in, shoots it, tipped in the air. And that one goes out of play. Less than 8 minutes to go here in the third period. Ottawa still with a touchdown. 7-0. Thank you all for tuning in as always. Subscribe down below if you're new. Oh my goodness. Have a good night, Bond. Thank you for tuning in. Stupid Sens. They're up 7-0, Cadence. What are we doing? Dylan Cousins with 2 goals tonight. Senators lead 7-0 here against the Vegas Golden Knights. It's been a well-played game here by Ottawa. Face-off here clear now behind the net. Senators try and get it back. Zub. Down low to Sanderson. Up to the point now. Gregg dumps it into the zone. Hannafin. Back for Eichel. Eichel off the boards. Here comes Vegas the other way. Eichel chips it down low. Shot on, saved by Sogard. Less than 8 minutes to go in the third. Eichel to Anderson. Anderson to center now. Pinto battling for it. Pinto into the zone. Loses control of the puck. Through the zone now, it's Barbashev. Off the boards here now. Sens get it back. Cousins will dump it into the zone. Shot on is denied by Aiden Hill. With 6:56 left to go in the third period. Very good game here by Ottawa tonight. Dylan Cousins, 99 career goals. Has 17 this season. Looking for his 100th tonight. Could come at a hat trick. We'll see. Into the zone now. Dumped down low is Spence trying to play that one back to Stützle. Stützle at the point then. Giroux. Giroux behind the net. Puck's on top of Lazone's shoulder. I don't know if I've ever saw a puck stick to somebody like that. Off the boards, Theodore down low to Dorofeev. Back over then for Marner. Marner to center. Spence dumps it into the Vegas zone. Theodore holds the puck and regroups. Shots are 28-16 in favor of the Sens, as they lead 7-0 here on the Golden Knights. Zetterlund off the boards, back to Hutton. Hutton, a backhand, goes wide. Down low in the corner now, Korzak battling for it. Cleared behind the net to Jensen. Jensen, back to Eller. To Jensen, then down low. Off the boards, puck goes into the Ottawa bench. With 5:43 left to go, time is slowly ticking down. We'll go back to commercial break. Seven nothing Ottawa. Oh, 7-0 Ottawa here in this third period. Touchdown for the Sens. These games they're fun, but they're only fun at certain times. And I'm okay with this one. We'll be live in about a half hour or so for Ducks and Flames. That is the third and final game here in this triple header of commentary streams tonight. Face off in the Senators zone. At the point now, Hutton a shot saved by Sogard, who covers up his 17th save of the game. 5.5 minutes to go. Very well played performance by Ottawa overall. I'm actually a little bit surprised. I thought, maybe the Sens would play well. I didn't think they would be this good here out of the rip. Face off here now, won by the Golden Knights. Down low now, Korzak in the corner. Battling for it then, picked up at the point, Reinhart to Bowman. Up top, Lazinski. Back down low then, Korzak played out to center. Now Hutton regroups. Hutton through center to Reinhart. Reinhart fires it, gloved by Sogard. Face off here in the Ottawa zone. Cousins now versus Hurdle. Face off won by the Knights. Korzak a shot blocked. Hurdle. Right side. Shoots it. Save. Rebound in front for Anderson. He scores. Rasmus Anderson, his first goal is a Vegas goal tonight. And it comes at the hands of breaking Matt Sogard shutout. So that's literally two different instances here tonight where we've had like a shutout heading into the final couple minutes of the third, and they've been broken. The second instance. And that's a little bit annoying. But it is what it is. Rasmus Anderson with a goal. It's 7-1. Puck down low back into the Ottawa zone. So this is now no longer the biggest deficit blowout for one team. Anderson, his 11th goal of the season overall, is First is the Golden Knight assisted by Tomas Hertl and Jonas Ronsberg. And the Golden Knights are down by 6. Shots 28-20. Down low in the corner now. Jordan Spence trying to get that puck free. As time will tick down further and further. Clevin. Off the boards now. Will move the puck through center. Backhands it into the Vegas zone. Theodore. Behind the net. Puck is tipped out to center ice. Riley Smith then to Lazone. Dumps it down low. Batted out of the air by Asen. Played forward then for Batherson, who comes back and regroups. Tipped off of Claude Giroux's stick. Stützle battling forward in the corner with Korzak. Hutton stolen back then by Marner. Marner to Dorofiev. Dorofiev loops back around, backhands it into the corner. Cousins to Stützle. Cleared all the way to center. And now Vegas regroups here in their own end. They removed the Ronsberg assist. It's only Tomas Hertl. Now Eichel comes into the zone. Eichel pass back in front. And Barbashev nearly made it 7-2. Anderson to Hanifin, a shot. Tipped in the air back down low. Off the boards, dumped to center. Racing for it with speed is Cousins. Played forward then to Amadio. Amadio comes in. Throws a puck through the crease. At the point, Ottawa's got it. Zub dumps it down low. Played back then Amadio. Pass up to the point. Shot off the post. Another puck that rings off the iron. Pinto to the point. Another chance denied by Hill. Now Eichel trying to get that one back down low. Shots now 29-20. Through the zone, Eichel comes in with 2:20 left to go. Behind the net now, picking it up is Batherson. Batherson up to Shabbat. Shabbat dekes through center. 3-on-3, Shabbat. Down low, a backhand, saved by Hill. Puck's in the air, it goes in. And make it 8. And they'll wave a dead, actually, no goal. They're waving a dead on Lars Eller. I think he might have hit it in the air with his hand. It's not like it really matters. Still a blowout anyway. And yeah, puck went off the glove of Eller and into the net. Yeah, that's definitely a no goal. And puck went in. That was nearly 8, but nope. 2:07 left in the third period. Shots are 30-20. Cleared down low now into the corner. Hutton will attempt to bank it to center. Jensen down low behind the net, then to Batherson. Batherson feeds it up to the point. Sanderson dumps it down low, then to Korzak. Korzak tries the clear. Battling forward in the corner then is Eller. Through center now, Bowman. Banked off the boards for Jensen. Jensen then down low here. Through the zone now is Zetterlund. Zetterlund will dump it into the zone. Back over then for Batherson. Shabbat a shot off the stick of Hill. Bank back up to the point now, trying to poke check that one down low was Spence. Played back to center, Tkachuk. Approaching the final minute of play in regulation. Golden Knights loop it back around down low. Korzak to center then for Barbashev. Time winding down. Barbashev pass in front. Kolasar nearly got a chance there. And we are now in the final minute. Kolasar back down low then. Through the zone, Greg. Greg dumping it into the zone and getting a line change off with 45 seconds left to play. 2 goals from Cousins, 2 goals from Halliday. It was a game of 5 multi-point performances for Ottawa. Amadio into the zone, tries firing it on net, it goes wide. 3 points from Tkachuk, 2 points from Cousins, 3 points from Halliday, 2 points from Clevin. And overall, there were only a couple forwards here on Ottawa and a handful of defensemen who did not register a point. Time winds down. This game will conclude. Final score, the Senators 7 and the Golden Knights 1. And the Ottawa Senators on a back-to-back. What a game. 7-1 your final score. Here as Mads Søgaard gets the big win. And Linus Ullmark's return to the bench. Your final score here from Ottawa. The Senators 7 and the Golden Knights 1. Mads Søgaard with an incredibly respectable .950 in his live commentary debut. All right, that being said, folks, that will do it for me. I'm going to get ready for Ducks and Flames. That'll be our last stream here in a moment. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next stream.